Hello and welcome to the forum. Every week, we take no more than 15 minutes to discuss the 3 highest conviction ideas surfaced across the Smartkarma network, cutting through the noise and helping you zero in on what truly matters most. The live forum and Q&A session are exclusively available to Smartkarma Plus subscribers. You can always revisit previous episodes on this YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's dive into this week's ideas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Smartkarma Forum. The forum is a high-impact weekly live webinar exclusive for Smartkarma Plus subscribers. We use the forum to discuss the best, highest conviction insights as surfaced across the Smartkarma network. The forum is meant purely for informational purposes and does not constitute investment advice. It is the opinion not of Smartkarma but that of our insight providers, and Chatham House rule applies. Every week, we take video recordings of the top ideas from the forum and convert them to bite-sized videos, which are then uploaded on our YouTube channel. This means you can consume these forum videos at your own time and pace and share them with friends to gain their insights as well. We tend to focus on small and mid caps, large caps, as well as core thematics. This week, we will look at Kunlun Energy, which is a leading city gas business in China. We will then move on to look at Astra International, one of Indonesia's largest, most prominent companies. And finally, we will examine what's happening in the currency space, especially the outlook for the US dollar next year. Let's begin with Kunlun. This is a name that has been featured very actively in forums about a year ago, and today we will be revisiting it given the share price decline. The ticker is 135 Hong Kong, and the insight provider focusing on the space is Osbert Tang. For those of you who are not familiar, Kunlun historically used to explore and produce crude oil and nat gas. Going forward, they are one of the most dominant city gas businesses as well. In its most recent results, Osbert noted that profit growth was encouraging despite weaker than expected overall result of the third quarter. Kunlun has managed to reduce its operating costs by 14% and also mitigated any impact from a squeeze on input costs, which is largely gas prices. Kunlun Gas has become the dominant business segment. It is now 62.5% of the first half net profit, with a solid 36% 9 months earnings growth. At these valuations, Kunlun is extremely cheap, trading at just 5.9 times forward PE, which is inexpensive relative to the rest of the Chinese gas utilities. Let's move on to Astra. This is a $16 billion market cap company in Indonesia and one of the largest Indonesian proxies. Angus McIntosh covers this on the platform. Astra assembles automobiles and motorcycles and runs some of the most successful dealerships. It also has assets involved in mining and development of plantations in Indonesia. Its 9-month results supported it as a well-rounded play on Indonesia's economic recovery via its automobile and commodities business lines. Recently, Astra has also invested in commercial vehicle leasing, hydropower, as well as digital banking. The stock trades on 9 times current year PE versus its historical average of 14 times plus. This makes it quite attractive at current levels. Finally, we will look at capital wars that are now starting to translate into currency wars. And this is an insight by Michael J. Howell of Cross-Border Capital on Smartkarma. We saw a very, very strong US dollar for most of this year. We've also noticed most recently that the Chinese yuan has broken out of its long-established trading band, and net capital outflows are very weak. We noticed that Chinese economy needs a new source of demand that can create less debt-dependent future GDP growth. Michael notes that devaluation might prove to be the solution. In October and November, we noticed that the PBOC has begun injecting more liquidity into Chinese money markets after a year-long of tightness. A lower Chinese yuan will allow the PBOC more space to do further easing. If you want to continue the conversation, we would recommend heading on over to the Smartkarma platform, where you can directly participate in discussions and Q&A with our insight providers. We hope you enjoyed the forum this year, and we will continue the dialogue and session into next year. Thanks very much and speak soon. Bye-bye.
That's it for this week. You can find more ideas like the ones we discussed today on demand on our YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. If you like these ideas, spread the word. Tell a fellow investor about Smartkarma Plus and follow us on social media. Just search for Smartkarma. And of course, don't forget to visit smartkarma.com for more independent, differentiated investment insights. Thanks for watching and see you next week.